Barter Players are an ensemble of young professional actors who work under the umbrella of the historic Barter Theater, and they are devoted to bringing plays to life specifically for young audiences.
The major things that the Barter Players do is serve audiences of all ages by pushing young actors farther than they've ever gone before.
These actors are here for a 15-month contract. A lot of times we get people right out of college. To me, it's a training ground. I started as a Barter player and it kind of functioned as my MFA program.
In the Barter Theater's overall mission, they talk about serving people of all ages, and I feel like we're the all ages part.
For one, it's an apprenticeship, so it's like 24/7 art and stimulation and hard work and running to things that you're afraid of.
Here you do the Theater for Young Audiences shows, so you'll do about, I think 11 during the year, during your 15 months. And then from January to March, you go all around the Southeast on a tour, taking 2 to 3 shows into schools and performing arts venues and places all around the Southeast, and a lot of places that don't get theater otherwise.
Playership is really, I have found, to be one of a kind. We learn a bunch of different ways to act. You kind of teach yourself through experimentation of what works best for you. Something that might take 2 or 3 years in grad school, you go through so intensely here that you learn a lot in a summer or in a 15-month contract.
The Barter Players started officially back in 2000, but we have longer roots than that. We were First Light starting in the early 90s. We were started by John Hardy and Suzanne Boulay and Nick Pfeiffer, and then I took over in 2000. And we changed the name to the Barter Players, and then we really changed the model as well. By 2002, we had the system that we have now, where we tour 3 months out of the year, and then we're in-house 9 months out of the year.
As a Barter player, you have an opportunity to do all kinds of work. Primarily, our focus is acting and performing in all kinds of shows, but we also have other responsibilities.
So not only do we act and learn how to act and rehearse, but sometimes you might get asked to choreograph for a play. You might get asked to music direct a play.
We have an opportunity to participate in performances put on by the resident acting company, and we also have technical duties. So you might learn how to work a follow spot, or you could work in the costume shop.
The Barter Players have the unique opportunity to bring theater to the lives of children in the coalfields of Virginia and West Virginia. It's an amazing opportunity because some of these students will never see a play. Maybe they haven't seen one before, maybe they might never see one again.
You get to go into a school or have them come here and see an incredible piece of theater that talks down in 0% of ways. And sometimes we are the only art that a lot of these kids are getting.
If you ever wanted to have a major impact on the life of a human being via your art, it would be the life of a young person. If any audience deserves the very best of the artists that are attempting to serve them, it would be the young audience, and that's what we do here at the Player Company, and that is a unique thing.
There's such a great emphasis on heart and on service. And if I can tell the truth and if I can be brave, then maybe a young person will see me do that in a play and they'll be inspired to do that themselves. And I've also certainly been able to interact with so many young people that I've met because of the plays that we get to do for them that have inspired me in that same way.
I think the other part of the experience that's very unique is how ensemble driven it is. A lot of programs or other companies, you come in and you are hired to do the thing that you do. And in this, you're going to play to your greatest weaknesses and your greatest strengths. You're going to play things you would never play anywhere else. And you're going to get a chance to do that within a group of people that love each other.
They push you to be the best version of yourself, no matter how scared you are, no matter how tired you are, no matter how daunting the task is. You're able to dig deep within your heart and bring something truthful out of no matter what the circumstance is. And that in itself is just remarkable, and it's so worth celebrating.
What really matters to us is the lasting impact we can make on our audience members. And that's something that I really cherish about my experience as a barter player, is I think that it's allowed me to gain a lot of perspective and to let a lot of people into my life and open my heart in a lot of ways.
It's what I was looking for coming out of college, but something that wasn't really touched on that often in college, of the service aspect of your art, of you are capable of more than you think you are every single day at every single moment, that each and every moment on stage and off deserves your best.
It led to who I am as an artist today. I went from being desperate to find that next job, to being seen, to getting on stage and having the audiences see me and perform for them, to really sort of deciding to dedicate my life to serving an audience.
It's an opportunity to serve, and it's an opportunity to have my life actually mean something, to matter on a relatively daily basis. I could get up every single day, and at the end of the day, I've made the world a better place.
You learn to do so many different things that you become a valuable asset to any theater company, and also you're always working, you're always learning by doing. And to me, that was the most important thing that I wanted out of school, was to figure this thing out for myself, to get my hands into it, and to make sure that this was what I wanted to do with my life. And I've never been more sure of that as I am now.